Hey guys, welcome to Hatchsput Economics, Hatchsput. And it's me, Connie, and if you haven't done so already, you know what I'm going to ask you to do. Before the video even starts, please, do it now before you forget. Please like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. So thank you guys, and thank you to all my new subscribers. I have been busy with my Laws of Enchantress program on my Laws of Enchantress page. If you don't know anything about that, I'll put it in the description box at the end of this video. But I really wanted to, hey Renee, how you doing? Sorry for the delay, but I really wanted to do this video today. And trust me, this was not convenient for me because I'm backed up with my day job work. But as you know, high heart of gold, when I get passionate about something, I'm trying to fix myself in the seat. I have to say something because the purpose of me coming to YouTube, hey, what up, Pia? The purpose of me coming to YouTube, thank you so much, Sean, was bettering the lives of Black women. It wasn't for me, it wasn't for personal gain. I truly think that, I have a mission to make your lives better. So when you turn this video off, it's not all about me sitting here, posing, which is fine. But for me particularly, I saw a massive opportunity. Thank you. Thank you so much. I saw a massive opportunity for me to help Black women because I was using my natural nerd instincts. So I'm going to tell you why I'm here. So I posted something to my personal page. A lot of you may be on my personal page. On my personal page on Facebook, what happened was that I posted the post about the Black girl who went to Yale, and she was taken aback that in her own school there was that lady that called the police because the young Black lady fell asleep in the common area. And I was intrigued by, her reaction because she said she's from the South and that she's going north, and she was completely surprised that there was any racism. So I just stopped right there. I said, if you're intelligent enough to get into a top tier Ivy League school like Yale, you got to be aware of racism. You can't be that oblivious. Plus, you're from the South. It's almost as if she doesn't want to accept, or she chooses to be blind. So I don't want to hear anything about her parents, this and that. No. Even my cat meows when he sees tiki lamps because he was there watching Charlotte. My cat was looking at the TV. We have social media, we have Instagram. You can't say in this day and age that you don't see Black women, getting tossed out of airplanes, getting dragged out of Waffle Houses, getting arrested because they're trying to leave an Airbnb. Like it's prevalent, and it's almost like insulting my intelligence for you to tell me as a Black woman that you choose not to see these things. Either A, you choose not to see them, or B, you see them and you don't really care. Because you got Black women that think once they reach a certain demographic, yeah, my cat loves TV. You got Black women that reach a certain demographic, whether it's social economics or a certain area, and they forget they're Black. They're only Black when it's convenient for them. So she said she was taken aback that someone actually called the police on her, not on her, but on somebody, in her school that was African American. So she's trying to tell us that she was oblivious to racism until that happened, which I don't believe. These are the same type of Black people that when they make it, they'll tell you, oh, work hard, look what I did. They're very selfish, and they only seem to want to talk about these situations if they happen directly to them, which I think is selfish. So I had that conversation on my main page, but then I saw something really strange, son. I saw something mad weird. There was someone on my page talking about, hey Nikki, talking about Black dysphoria. And that person was saying that they feel that I can't speak on these issues because I wasn't Black. I said, oh shit, son, I'm not Black. What happened? When did this happen? When did my white privilege card come in the mail? Because I don't see it. Last time I checked, I was Black. She said, no, I'm the only African American on this page, I guess in the thread. I said, whoa. Last time I checked, I was born here. My passport is blue. I'm an African American in nationality. My culture and ethnicity is Jamaican, but I am a Black American, just like everybody else who came here. America's only 242 years old. Unless you're Native American, you got here somewhere. Either you came with the slave ships in slavery, or you came as an immigrant. That's it. That's it. So I'm a little bit confused because I said when I go on job interviews, okay, when I used to interview, when I used to do stuff, nobody knew I was Jamaican. And people that are racist, the people that are going to be discriminatory to me, don't really give a shit if I'm Jamaican. They don't really care. In fact, being an immigrant black is one of the worst things you can be in this country. Do you not hear our president? One of the black countries in Africa is cited on the Muslim ban, was Somali. So I don't understand. So I was trying to see, I've never heard of this before. I was having a sidebar discussion. I was a little bit taken aback because I've never been accused of not being black. What am I? So she continued and said, well, your family chose to come here. We didn't choose to come here. We were slaves. So I said, wait a minute. Do you not know the same slave ship that dropped you off, dropped my ancestors off? There's a reason why my DNA has a high amount of European ancestry. It's not because they were having sex and making love. My ancestors were raped just like yours. So I didn't understand. I didn't understand where this was coming from. So I was like, do you understand that? Do you understand that we got here ancestry-wise because the slave ship, I'm talking about ancestry-wise. I'm talking about the actual ancestry. My family is not Jamaican in essence. If you go back 5, 6 generations, I can go back and it come from the Ivory Coast. I can trace my roots back to Africa. If you take an ancestry.com, if you take a DNA test, it will trace you back. There is no such thing. I mean, when I did mine, it traced me back. What was that? Ivory Coast and Ghana. Okay? The ship dropped you off, son. The ship dropped you off. And depending where the ship dropped you off, that began your horrific story. So just like you're here, my family was dropped off there. But the problem is Jamaica has a lot of socioeconomics. Exactly, Ashanti tribe. That's what my that's what the DNA said. Ashanti tribe. We were a warrior race, and we fucked up. We got captured and we got sold, and that's what happened. So it makes me a little bit, it makes me a little bit confused. So this is the problem. This is the problem. Okay? It's an excuse. I'm gonna keep it mad real with you. You guys know I always keep it real. I got my tabs open. There's barely any Jamaicans in this country. Okay? I don't know who's telling black women these lies, because I saw it being linked. I saw it being connected to a lot of the things that need to be improved in the black community. As you know, I was dedicated to keeping my channel drama free. I want to act like I'm Channel 7 News. I want to act like I'm Channel 5, like I'm MSNBC. When you turn this YouTube on, I always want to bring you the facts and bring you the receipts. If you're looking for tea, you're looking for drama, go try World Star Hip Hop or another YouTuber. I know as a black woman how serious times are in terms of social economics, in terms of health. It is you guys can't wait until the tsunami hits. You see who is in office. This year alone, 2.4 million Americans lost their food stamps. So we could all sit here and act like we don't use food stamps, but some of us is using it, and a lot of us are losing it. Gentrification's happening. People are losing places of affordability to live. So I don't have the luxury, probably you do, but I don't have the luxury as an informed and educated black woman to sit here and get you into drama. My job is to bring you facts. And the facts are West Indians, Africans, first generationers like me, we're not responsible for any negative impact. We can't erase your history. We can't make your struggle less. A cop who pulls me over in my car, if I'm driving something fancy, is not going to say, oh, you're from Jamaica? Go on about your business. They don't care. The people with the tiki lamp saying Jews will not replace us, and the people that are white nationalists, they don't say, oh, you Trinidadian, you Korean. They don't care. But what I saw in my thread on my personal page was them blaming a lot of the things that are happening in their area on black people. Even if a Jamaican person doesn't like you, okay? Even if a Jamaican person doesn't like you, they don't have the social, economic, judicial, and legislative power to do anything to you. Even if my father says, I don't like black American, he can't do shit. He holds no power. That's it. This is a white country. Only 14%, okay? Only 14% of Americans are black. A lot of you don't even know that. That's it. Just like black people in 4 states. That's it. A lot of you don't know that because you don't travel and go around. That's it. Only 14% of this country is black, which equals to 45 million black people. And out of that 45, exactly. Exactly. Out of that, but I'm going to tell you why. MoMA, I'm going to tell you why. You know I'm a nerd. I'm going to tell you why that's happening. I'm going to tell you where that thinking comes from. I sat up all morning and I did the research. And I'm very fact-based. And I look to see where my sources come from. Black women, stop taking facts without looking at the receipt. You know how in all my videos, I put in the description box the links so y'all can do your own research. I only use the Census Bureau. I only use the Pew Research and government-based. That's it. Because anybody can go online and distort the facts to make it fit their agenda. But I care too much about black women to do that. I'm not going to sit on here and distort things and make you I will never even if I can't stand you, even if I cannot stand this person, if I see this person is contributing to the betterment of black women, I got to be a bigger person. Because it's not about me. If I see this person can actually impact the life, then it's not about me. Okay? So let me tell you where this is coming from. Let me tell you why this is being said. Because it has to be said. Because Donald Trump is not playing with y'all. He's not playing with me. The social programs that have allowed us to live this sloppy lifestyle will be gone. Food stamps will be gone. Public school will be gone. College loans will be gone. So we can sit around here and say, why? We need to find solutions. Stop listening to people who get you amped. Stop listening to people who masturbate at your anger. People literally get off and have an orgasm at the anger that you guys are having for each other. And they don't give a fuck if your life gets better. They don't give a fuck if you're able to survive. They don't give a shit about you. I actually care about you. That's why I'm here. That's why I did Has to Split Life. That's why I'm coaching people to get into real estate. That's why people who are working with me are fucking getting into real estate. People who are working with me are getting jobs, are getting hired. I'm trying to improve your life. My proof is in the pudding. I'm doing Enchantress, Laws of Enchantress. My group, several girls, are getting married, getting engaged, and they came there with nothing. I am dedicated to bettering your life. But there's people out here who don't want to better your life. They just want to get clicks, hits, and likes, and that's it. And they might even charge you for the fact that you're angry. You want to have an angry-a-thon or an angry marathon? I'm going to charge you. That's not what I'm about. If you look at my videos, some of them got like 200 views, 300 views. I don't really care. It's about bettering you and bringing you the facts and bringing you the receipts. And I've been attacked for that. But the women that know, they know that, okay, there's something wrong. There's a disconnect because she's helping me, obviously. I help people for free. So enough about me. I'm going to tell you why this makes me angry. Because it's a scapegoat. And it's a movement led by a certain gender and a certain demographic that's looking for a scapegoat. That's looking for a way out. There's not enough. What do you mean Kenyan American? You think Barack Obama being named Barack Hussein Obama helped him? What you don't understand is what I've been saying since I came to Has to Split Economics. Family matters. Marriage matters. Black women, hypergamy. I've been fucking saying the same shit. I don't know if YouTube is going to leave this video up. I've been saying it since I got here. You need to get married. The reason why you're having all this bullshit is because you're having children, you're not getting married, it's broken, it's ridiculous. You think when I'm a black woman, people know that I'm Jamaican or they know that I'm a walker and it makes my life easier? The reason why you see a lot of Caribbean people might prosper more is because they're more traditional and they're more like a conservative. It's illegal to be gay in Jamaica. I'm not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing, but obviously it's a more conservative society. Jamaica doesn't have a big pro-lesbian movement. Jamaica doesn't have a big pro-transgender movement. Jamaica doesn't have those things. Is it good or bad? That's a different video. Am I proud of that? That's a different video. But the reason is that it produces a far more conservative society. And statistics show you need three. I got my computer right here. Okay? I'm reading from the Pew Research. When the video is over, okay? When the video is over, I will put it up for you. You need, this is not me, this is your government, America, Pew Research, neutral facts. You need three things for economics: a stable marriage, including the marital status of your spouses and parents. Folks with divorced parents are significantly more likely to get divorced themselves. Age of your first marriage, race, religious beliefs, and your socio-economic status. If you have negative, the reason the government tracks this is because they want your taxes. The government doesn't care if you have orgasms. Newsflash, the government doesn't care if you do Netflix and chill. The government doesn't track your marital status because they care about you. They really don't. The government's tracking it because you're not producing taxes. The government needs taxes from the citizens to run. And when you have a big part of the population that's not making a certain tax bracket, that's a deficit. So they're looking and doing research. The government does not care if you're actually making love or having orgasms. The government cares because married people produce higher incomes. Higher income yields more taxes. More taxes means more money for Uncle Sam and less money into social programs. What are you talking about? The reason why you might see Nigerians prospering more is not because they're better. No one's better. It's because in those countries are third world countries. Jamaica, on socioeconomic level, is a third world country. We have massive amount of debt. We come here for opportunity. And when we see it, yes, we're much more aggressive because we don't have it. There's no Section 8 in Jamaica. There's no projects in Jamaica. There's no public college loans in Jamaica. So we come here because it is better. And me and many Jamaicans know that all of the stuff that we enjoy came from black people who died and fight and marched. I never made my page just for West Indians. In fact, when you had a West Indian that was Trinidadian who wrote the article that marriage is for, well, you don't see the Caribbean as a third world country, but most of the Caribbean is. A third world country normally, it started in World War II. It was countries who didn't even participate. They fell back. But normally, a true third world country doesn't have any economic wealth. Jamaica does, but it suffers from massive corruption. We're still going through colonialism. Jamaica is a commonwealth of Great Britain. We're still a colony of a European nation. So we're still reeling. It'll be centuries before that's done because they're still being used for resources by other nations. We just got the Queen off of our money. We had a monarch on our money. You think people want to leave jerk chicken? You think people want to leave mango? You think people want to leave curry and curry goat? You think they want to leave the land they love? You think they want to leave the nice weather? You think they want to leave the beach and come here and freeze on the East Coast? They don't want to, but they have no choice because the country is so corrupted. The country has a very small window for opportunity, not a lot of jobs, a lot of violence. I love Jamaica. It's my heritage. But if you say, Connie, would you have preferred to be born here or here? I'll keep it real. I'll be here by far. I might go back after I get situated. But, it's very sad to see the lies. And I got my windows open here. You don't have enough Jamaicans to impact Black Americans. There's only 2 million in period. In this entire country, only 2.1 million African immigrants. I don't even think Jamaica immigrants equal 1. But it's not true. It's not true. I see myself as Black. Most Jamaicans are very proud of their African Black history. What we don't want to be confused as people who are not working, not contributing. No Jamaicans go around and say this. And this is my fucking problem. Even if that's true, even if Jamaicans don't like Black Americans, even if Trinidadians don't like Black Americans, even if Guyana, what the fuck can they do to you? Are they in Congress, son? Are they in the judicial system? Are they making laws? Are they gentrifying? It doesn't matter where I see myself from. Start focusing on who can impact your life. Stop letting people put the smoke screen and the scapegoat. Times are too serious. Let's just say I don't like Black American. What the hell can I do? Who the fuck am I? Am I in Congress? Do I have lobbyists? Can I make laws? Do I know the president? Am I in Congress? Am I a politician? The people that are impacting your life are those people. I'm trying to get Black people as a general. Stop making people lie to you. Even if I said, I hate all Black Americans. Oh my God, thunder, thunder, thundercats, ho. What the hell is that going to do? I have no power. I'm trying to, I see all Black people. I have enough education to know that when somebody is racist, they don't give a fuck. When me and my white boyfriend went to the restaurant and they refused to serve us, you think she asked for my passport? You think if I go on a plane and I sit in first class and I got to show my ticket 9 times because they don't believe that I belong in the first class, you think they were asking, are you West Indian? They don't care. Everybody came from somewhere. We're not stealing your story. We're not benefit because we're from Jamaica. We're trying to get benefit. That's why we leave Jamaica. No matter where you're from, there's nothing there. You're talking about, oh, we get better, we're erasing, and we don't see ourselves. Who told you this? We don't have enough of us in that proportion to impact Black American society. There are 45 million African Americans in this country. Out of 45 million, only 2.1 are African. Exactly. Trump called Haiti and other Black countries shitholes. You think they prefer us? They call us Black Mexicans. You think they prefer us? What's killing me, okay, what's killing me is that I understand where this is coming from. Let me fit myself in my seat. I should have got some water. I know where this is coming from. This is coming from Blackistan. And this is coming from Nagasaki, who don't want to take accountability for not marrying our gorgeous queens, who don't want to take accountability for not being providers, not being protection, not being leaders. You can't be kings, and when your kingdom is not doing good, walk away like you're not a boss. Okay? It's a lie. It's a lie. And then you're talking about, oh, you can't know my history the way you're. No, I know your history better. Because if you really know American history, the history you learned long ago was all written in lies. Every single day, I'm a nerd. I learned something about Black American people that no one knew. The history they wrote was made to call it a cover-up. You can't know your history. So I can tell you facts right now you don't know. 95% of Black people don't even know that Black women are the original woman. You don't even know that you're the Eve gene. You don't even know you're the upgrade. The Black woman doesn't even know she's literally the mother of humankind. If it wasn't for Black women, there'll be no humans. 150,000 years ago, the original Black woman with that Eve gene responsible for every single solitary human on this planet. Biologically, the way your body looks, the way your body is, you are responsible for that happening. Go look up the Eve gene. We study that in my Laws of Enchantress program. There's a big agenda to make you feel ugly, to make you feel unattractive. I'm telling you, this whole crap, there's not enough. How could you, the history we're learning now is so advanced because a lot of lies. You didn't know about the Tuskegee experiment when you were growing up because they cover that shit. You didn't know about Henrietta Leakes and her immortal cells because they cover that shit. You didn't know about Hidden Figures and 4 Black women who are super hyper mathematical geniuses are responsible for getting NASA to outer space. How much more things are you going to learn till you realize they cover your history and they don't want you to learn your history? You got to do continuous independent study on your own, like I do. I'm dedicated to always studying Black history independently. I don't wait for nobody. I don't hold nobody responsible because I don't know nobody's going to tell me that. I learned that Black women are the upgrade. You don't like it? Go get mad at God and science. Go get mad at evolution. Because if it wasn't for Black people coming from Black women in Africa, it's crazy. It's crazy that you're wasting this time and energy, and you're not wasting energy on black economics, on black entrepreneurship. You're not wasting energy on black women dying in childbirth and black women getting discrimination in the medical health industry. It's ridiculous with black violence and domestic violence and sexual assault, all the horrible things that happen to black women, and they lying to y'all. She had the nerve to come on my page and say 80% of black people are married. And I said, holy shit, are you married? No. Am I married? I'm engaged. It's different. Yes. But I said, by you saying that, you're going to fuck up a lot of black women who think that something's wrong with them. That's not the truth. The truth is only 29% of all African Americans or all black people in America are married. Only 29%. So you got about 70% of you who are not married, and the reason why that's bad is because 72% of all black, exactly. But this is what this is where it's coming from, and they're blaming it on us. I'm like, how are we responsible? Oh, because West Indian people love to date. West Indian people love to date out their race. I said, whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? I said, first of all, do you even know anything about Jamaica? Are you kidding? Like, even if we did, my island's tiny. It's a tiny island. It's tiny. We were affected. It's tiny. They're doing anything to take the heat and confuse these poor women and make these women drones and make these women so loyal. The truth is, let's take, since you're so interested in my heritage, let's take a look down the Pew Research. Since people are so like fascinated with Jamaica, you guys don't even understand. 29% is bad. What makes 29% even more worse, or worst, not more worse, or worse, is that 72% of all black women are having children out of wedlock. You don't understand how that's so negative economically impactful. If you don't want to get married, I don't care what you do with your panani. You don't mind your business with my pum pum. I mind your business with your pum pum. Keep your pum pum, my pum pum, pum 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 pum. I don't care. But I do care if you have a child and you don't have the economics to raise a child. You don't have the protection. You don't have, it's not fair to you as a black woman. No other female gender is entertaining this. But if you as a black woman are so hell-bent, you're willing to sacrifice your mental health just to protect lies, I won't let you do it on my page. It's ridiculous. So you have to understand, it's not even that much. I'm looking here. There's only, in this entire country, there's only 998,000. There's not even 1 million Jamaicans living in this nation. So even if all these Jamaicans were miserable and didn't like you, they can't do anything to impact you economically, socially, judicially. Even if I don't like you, what can I do? Not even 1 million of us. That's it. That's it. That's it. And Jamaicans only live in several places. New York, Florida, that's it. It's the highest populations in New York with 330,000. Then the second population is, I don't know, Miami, 167,000. Yeah. I'm reading it here. And I know home ownership is very high because Jamaican people don't like living with other people. It's a cultural thing. Okay? So it's not true, Pia. It's not true. This is the official statistics. And this is what I don't like when you have these groups who don't want solutions. I don't care if the truth hurts me. I don't care if the truth offends me. I don't care. But the truth needs to be factual because I am solution-based. I'm not one of these black YouTubers to get you angry. I will never come to YouTube unless I truly believe I can find a functional solution. And I have the solution. You watch this whole video, the solution is simple. The solution is family. The solution is marriage. The solution is generational wealth. You want to see how powerful family is? I'll tell you my story. My parents were poor. My mother and father are from Jamaica. My entire family on both sides are 100% Jamaican. I am the only American that was born in this country out of my immediate family. my grandparents, okay, on my father's side, saw that life was going to be tough. They were married for 60 years. They worked together. My grandparents, God rest their soul, they passed away, both of them. But they were smart enough to save their money and buy a house in their youth in Jamaica. Not Jamaica, in America. And that house was somewhere in New York. And they purposely saved that money because back then, I don't know how it is now, but it's a long time ago before I was born. Back then, you had to prove you weren't going to be an economic burden to American society. You could not get food stamps, you could not get welfare. They were trying to do everything to discourage black immigrants from coming here during that time. Okay? So because my grandparents, who were Christian, married, traditional, and married for over 60 years, said, as a married couple, we got to plan for our children's future. They went from being in the third world poverty rate because they were poor. They're poor. They were not rich. They were poor. But they worked their asses off with the intention of buying a home and paying off that home in full and putting their 12 kids, they were busy. They put their 12 kids in a paid house. So my parents and their siblings, my father and his siblings, all 12 of them lived in that house in New York. And because they were living there, that's where I came from, because I wasn't born yet, okay? So because my grandparents, who were married and traditional and conservative, thought ahead, literally the next generation increased in economics over 500%. I graduated from college. My brother graduated from college. My sister graduated from college. All three of us are successful. All three of us. You can't compare what my parents' life was and my grandfather's life and my grandmother in terms of economics. It's this far. That happened in less than one generation. That happened, what? One generation. My mother to my father to me. And my mother to my father to... That's how powerful marriage and family are. That is how powerful. And that's the solution. I'm not here to make angry and make it... The solutions are there. You don't have to sit there and sit like that guy on a rock and touch your chin and be like, how can I get... It's common sense. If my grandfather was a loser and my grandfather abandoned my grandmother, I probably wouldn't be here. Would I be born? I don't know. But if I was, I'd be in Jamaica. You would never know me. There would be no Census, but you wouldn't know me. So that's what I'm saying. It's very sad, because put your energy into the fucking solutions. Stop scapegoating. Put your big boy panties on, or your big boy boxes or trunks or whatever you call them, and let's be progressive. Let's move forward. Stop being weak. Black Jamaicans aren't special. Trinidadians aren't special. It's the marriage. You need it. You need it. And not just any marriage. Not just any marriage. Because even when black women marry in their own demographic, and I'm being very classy, when they marry in their own community, and I'm being very elegant here for the sake of the words, how they impact people, because I don't want the impact of my words. I want the meaning to hit you. They get divorced at 3 times higher. Because the traditions aren't there. The gender roles aren't there. You got extreme feminists telling you what to do. And if you, as a black woman, date within traditional norms and conservative norms, you're going to have a better life. Look at Ciara. Everybody's talking about Ciara and Russell Simmons and Ciara and Ciara and Ciara, but nobody wants to say, what did Ciara do? Everybody level up, level up. But what did she actually do? When you take a look at what Ciara did, she married a Christian man, a conservative man, a man who wasn't trying to get on top of her and breed her before she got married. A guy who was, his goal before he even met her was to have a wife. It's not that complicated. How the hell she went from Future to that guy? That's why the hip hop community is like, they right now they're having a stroke. The hip hop community is having a seizure, because they can't handle the contrast. Remember, there's always Christian couples in gospel music. There's always Christian couples in the church side. We don't care about that. But the hip-hop urban community has never been this close to Christianity, because he isn't a devout. Oh, why you think they calling him a square? They calling him a simp. They calling him all these words, but yet black men who get beat in the head for having kids with a Chloe or a Kylie or whoever the hell and got to pay $300,000 a month in child support, they're not a simp. There's people I forgot who it was, one of the basketball players who dumped his girlfriend of 8 years just to date Kylie. And Kylie dumped him. And the baby mother got mad because they were together. All right? And she's white. She said, yeah, you ain't gonna play me. Took his ass to court. She getting about $3 million a year. And they weren't even married. So you have to realize you can have the solution. It's not rocket science. It's not some kind of, oh shit, son. You don't gotta go into Dexter's lab. You don't have to do anything astronomical. All you have to do is have tradition, have culture, have common sense. You want me to read this right now? In this entire country, there's only 2.1 million African immigrants. That's it. There's 45 million black people. Even if 2.1 million immigrants get mad and don't like you, they don't have the socioeconomic, the political. I don't know which one. I don't watch the Kardashians. Thank you, Sandy. I don't watch the Kardashians. Thank you for that correction. I appreciate it. But I don't watch. 2.1, they don't have that. The reason why you might see them doing a little bit better, the reason why you might see them doing a little bit higher is because of the family. That's why. And I've been preaching this on my channel. The solution is not attacking blacks against blacks. That's pathetic. We both don't have that power. Let's make solutions. If you truly care so much about black people, your number one intention should be finding a solution for these problems. And like I said, it's always simplistic. Things that work are never complicated. If it's complicated, it won't work. If it's too many parts, it won't work. Things that are simplistic and modern and sleek, they work. So I'm telling you, they work. So what gets me so upset is that people are putting more time and energy into hating each other. Use that same energy to see why black people are climbing up. Why black people, hey Cheryl, why black people aren't doing what they're supposed to do. Stop wasting your time on hate and hate. What's it mean? What's uppity? What's uppity? That's a racist word. Why? Because we're supposed to act ghetto and we're supposed to act. Listen. What you need to do is actually care. You got some black people who are a black hole. They don't care. They will spew hate. They will spew garbage, and they love it. They get some clicks, they get some likes, they get their little YouTube check, or they do a little private chat, and they spend an hour getting mad. So if the trolls, listen, I don't care about trolls. Stop paying attention to them. Let them talk. Let them talk. I don't care. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Who cares? Who cares? You guys are sitting here, son, and y'all think it's a game. Brooklyn is gentrified. Queens is gentrified. Okay? There are black people who don't got places to live. Jewish people are buying Airbnbs in mass. They're buying property just to use it for rental, just to use it for income. You're going to have black people who can't even get an apartment all over Manhattan. And y'all sitting here throwing dirt. Trump is going to raise all y'all skirt up. I've been to Chicago, and they closing down schools in Chicago. I was signing a petition about it. They're closing down schools. So if you're black, you got to travel like 2 fucking hours to get to school, because that's their way of saying, let's go. That's their way of saying, let's get these black people out of here. But if you're a black man and you're watching this video, because I have a black father, I got a black brother. My brother's an amazing, upstanding black man, a perfect, educated, conservative, Christian. He's a great black man. No kids running around. He is conservative, believe in marriage. My father married to my mom for over 42 years. I have an amazing, I grew up in a very strong, masculine household. Very masculine. Jamaican men are very, and my father is much older. He comes from the old generation. I'm not going to give his age away, but he comes from the old generation. And my father raised me that a man can't complain about his castle. You run that castle. You take responsibility. If something's not happening right, you have to be responsible. And my father tell me that you have a place. As a woman, I protect you, I provide leadership, but you gotta give me something to lead too. My father used to give me allowance all in school and when I was in high school, and I grew up with a very strong male structure. It's ridiculous what's happening. My father said if his house is out of order, he is responsible. And that's why for 41 fucking years, he's been happily married, because he takes accountability. There's no if, and, or but. You can't be a king and your kingdom's going crazy and your subjects are running around naked and the peasants are all beaten up. You don't do that. You have to balance. And you also have to empower. And you also have to make sure you got a plan. It's not complicated. It's not complicated. And it also, it's just making sense. You're not going to go and keep doing this for long. We're going to implode. But you have to make sure that you have a solution. I will never come to YouTube and cause further discord between black men and black women. Y'all doing enough on your own. But if you truly want progression, the main factor has to be get along. The main factor has to be, how can we solve? How can we move forward? What can we do? And the answer is, you see Ciara did it, and they got all mad. Oh, she's this, that. Forget about all that noise. They've been married for now 4 years, okay? They look very happy. She looks like a different person. She looks like she aged in reverse. She's smiling. She's leaning up on him. It's not hard. And black men should be happy. He's making y'all look good. He's making y'all look great. So it's just bad. It's just bad. It's not about that. Take responsibility. That's all you got to do. You don't want to have kids? Don't have them. You don't want to take it? Don't have them. You can't make up lies and come to my page and say Jamaicans are the reason why you can't progress, or Trinidad, when we're not even enough. Less than 1% of this population is West Indian. Less than 1%. We don't have social economic power. We don't have judicial power. We don't have legal power. We got to live in the same neighborhood to eat the same food. But we come from poorer nations. So when we come here, yes, we might be more aggressive. Yes, we'll drive a fucking dollar van. Yeah, we hustle because we live in a country where there's no classes. In Jamaica, either you're very rich or you're very poor. There's no food stamps. There's no Section 8. There's no projects. There's no low development housing. There's none of that. There's no loans for first-time home buyers. We come here because we see the betterment. And no one can erase Black American history. No one. This country is Black American. This country is here because of Black American. And I do agree. Anyone that comes here should respect that. Black American built the White House. Black American are responsible for NASA to go into space. They're responsible for almost for this nation. The reason why America is an economic superpower, because they got 400 years of labor. So we got to stop looking at what happened in the sense of having an eternal, ineffective blame game and seeing what works. And the answers are here. Science, Pew Research, government studies, the Census Bureau, not people that put not people that put, facts together. Not people that tell me I'm not black. Why would you do that? Why would you tell people who you think are successful, who you think have networking, they're not your race? I'm the one teaching black women in my Laws of Enchantress group that you are the ultimate woman, that you are the upgrade. You can have wigs, you can have dreadlocks, you got natural hair. We are the original women. And that's a fact scientifically. Every complexion, every race came from the evolution of the original black woman who was in Africa over 150,000 years ago. So that's that's what it says. And you got a lot of black people who don't want to move forward. They like this chaos because, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. Taking accountability is scary. It is scary because at a certain point, you don't have anything to blame. And it makes me mad when you do that because we do have legitimate reasons for discrimination. Look at Trump and what's happening. We do have a lot of fucking fucked up shit that's happening. I raise awareness for it. I go to the nonprofits. I raise awareness for black women dying in childbirth. It's over 300%. It's kind of crazy what's happening. Put that time and energy into progression. Put that time and energy into moving forward. Put that time and energy into networking on the points you do agree on. We can't sustain this calamity. And it makes me mad that people are lying to black women. No, 72% of you are having children out of wedlock. That is the truth. 80% of you are the heads of your household, and that's why poverty is so high in the black area. That's just the truth. And it has not been that way. Like, I had a black person tell me, well, it's because of slavery. That means you don't know your history. Even in fucking slavery, the black man used to risk his life and find the woman he loved and get married in secrecy and jump over the broom. Do y'all even know what that is? Do you know why we say jump over the broom? Because slaves weren't able to get legally married in this nation while they were slaves. So even when the black man knew, because the white plantation owner didn't want y'all to get married because normally uprisings happened. And the people who lie to you and said the black man was weak, he was never weak. There was thousands, not hundreds, thousands of slavery uprisings where they would burn the plantation down, this and that. So the white man didn't want the slaves to get married. But if you're trying to tell me that they were able to do marriage during slavery, and you're making excuses as to why you can't get married now, then I will tell you, bomba clot. I will tell you you're talking shit. And I will have no remorse. Black people had higher marriage rates all the way up into 70s, more than white Americans, because they were united. They were conservative. Most black people were very Christian and traditional. There were no baby mamas back in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s. You don't gotta listen to me. Black people had communities right after slavery. It wasn't not just Black Wall Street. So when I hear a black person talk about all the negativity and they're telling me I don't know history and I can't speak on it because I'm first generation, and because I'm first generation I can't understand, and I can't understand because I got it better, that's why I was able to progress, and you don't know our story. You don't know your fucking story. Going around telling black people they wasn't shit. You were something. Black Wall Street wasn't the only area that was prosperous after slavery. You had tons of prosperous black towns that were targeted. I'm from New York. How many of you guys know that Central Park was a prosperous black area? And the government came and took it away and moved blacks out of there with no relocation. Did you know come doctors and lawyers? Who's going to clean my house? They were always attacked. So what you have to understand is the history. And a lot of the history you don't know. So it's history. Click, pow. What do you mean? Black people are naturist people. Black people are united with nature. We're more Afrocentric. We're more spiritual. We're earth-connected people. Black men are black women. We're not the destructions of the planet. A black man is not going to sit down and say, let me figure out how to splice these atoms to cause a subatomic chain reaction and a thermic reaction about 2,000 degrees and drop this shit on people. Let me see if I can compact about 500 atoms and split it. That's not our thinking. We might think on a tech level for betterment, for water, for air. So you have to understand that This blame game doesn't help us to progress. And I'll play devil's advocate. Even if it's remotely true, it doesn't help you to progress. What helps you is solutions, solutions, solutions. Because you can sit here with me for the next 3 hours and argue on the why. Okay, it's all about perspective. It's all how you see it. But what nobody wants to do is figure out how to thrive. And the sad thing is, it's not that complicated. It's not that complicated. The reason why people want to troll and the reason why people want to do everything else is because it's easier than taking accountability. And of course, racism is an impact. I fight for racism. I talk about discrimination. I'm an HR manager and I risk my career and I talk about things I should not talk about as a professional. And I help Black people go into entrepreneurship. I help Black people diversify. But the problem is, okay, okay, you gotta have a certain integrity with your people. For instance, you got Harry Weinstein, or Harry or Henry, I don't know his name, correct me if I'm wrong, but he's a Hollywood producer who was accused of raping over 90 women. Okay, accused. But you don't see your Jewish people coming on YouTube going crazy for him. You don't see the Jewish people, you know what I'm saying? They do things behind closed doors. And we have to understand we're in a mindset where we judge each other harshly. Like no one's gonna respect you if you're just as rude. You know, nobody's gonna respect you if you're just as nasty. And I got something for Black women. Okay, my cat is here. I got something for Black women. Don't complain about Black men if you use the same fucking language to talk to each other. Go back to Blackistan, take your passport, I collect your papers, go back. If you call each other as sisters, bitches, hoes, sluts, dumb bitches, if you do the same exact shit that you complain about Black men to Black women, if you treat each other with hostility, you're a hypocrite. It's called a hypocrite. I had to gracefully bow out several times because I'm like, whoa, this is violence. Verbal violence, emotional violence. I had to bow out. Don't sit here and talk about Black men when y'all will do the same tactics. If you were that poisoned, go back and sleep with them. You have no right to talk about anyone if you're using the same way. You have no right. So the harsh language, it doesn't make sense. You can't accuse someone. You gotta be better. And that's why you'll never hear me come on YouTube and say anything negative on a public platform about any Black woman. If I want to be negative, I'm not a saint. I say shit. I do it in private. I'll call on the phone, or I'll go to Red Lobster, get a bottle of Moscato, and I'll talk shit there. But I'm not going to do that because I know how we're viewed by other people. I've sat in the room and I've been the invisible Black girl, and I've heard people say things and like forget that I'm even there. So what you have to do is move forward. We can sit here all day. So I'm going to tell you the 7 steps. If you want to move forward, or unless you just want to have an orgasm of anger, because some people just want to have an orgasm of anger. I think some Black men and some Black women sit there and start touching themselves when they see topics that can cause discord. Oh my God, this person did this, that today. They don't really care about going forward. They don't care if your life gets better. Well, I do. Okay? It's the truth. Don't talk to me about no Black man if you're here calling me a dumb bitch, a hoe, and a fraud. Fuck you. I will side with him. And my man is white. I will side with him because you can't be a hypocrite. You can't talk about the treatment of Black women and you treat Black women the same. You can't say bitch, 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 but I don't even talk. Honestly, I would feel so uncomfortable. I can't imagine making a video about any Black woman, or even a news. I would feel weird. Like I just feel weird doing that. You're contributing to the negativity. I would feel weird. I'm too classy for that. I'm too sophisticated for that. And I was born that way. And every Black woman is born that way. Don't let society poison you and tell you that you're not. The fact is, there's a balance in life, whether you're white or black. There's a balance in everything you do. If you go to work right now, I don't care if you're a man or a woman, and your boss comes in and says, Jan Stone, this is your homework for today, or this is your thing for today, and walks away. You might run up to your boss and be like, yo, what you want me to do? How do I do it? How do I do it? At the end of the day, you won't do your job right. And it's because you don't know what to do. So when you're in the black community, when you see there's no gender roles, there's no traditionalism, there's no balance. And black women, you don't have a patriarchy. A patriarchy means a male head of your household. Stop letting these psycho bitches who don't want you to be happy. No. Misogyny and patriarch is different. A patriarch, as per definition, you want me to get the definition from Webster's Diary? I'll do that shit right now. Patriarch. I'll do it right now. What is a patriarch? We're going to Webster. Okay? We're going to Webster. So you guys can learn. A patriarch is a male head of a family or tribe. Or a patriarch is the head of one of the number of Eastern Christian churches. So it's a society that's headed and controlled by males. A society or father or founder figure of a colony, religion, or business. They give you an example. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. So what I'm trying to tell you is that the absence of the male makes it impossible for you to have a patriarch. Misogyny is not patriarch. Misogyny is the dehumanization and the devaluing of women sexually. That's not the same thing. And in a patriarch, there's also a matriarch, and it's a balance. What you're seeing today is not a patriarch. Not even white males have a patriarch anymore. So that's what exactly. Pia is speaking the truth. That's the truth. And when I teach women, I have my Laws of Enchantress group. And I teach women that dating could be easy. Just fall back. Dating is easy. Dating is easy. A man's natural state is to provide, protect, and lead. Even the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, who I got massive discrepancies with, if you don't believe me, go to a black man. Even Louis Farrakhan, who's the head of probably one of the most famous black religious organizations in America. And it doesn't mean if there's a patriarch, there's no abuse. If there's a patriarch, it doesn't work like that. There's different types of work, and the work has to get done. It's right here in the Pew Research. There's different types of work. Let me tell you how it works. Let me take you into my parents' marriage. My parents' black, 41 years, successful marriage. If you truly want to advance, if you truly want to learn something, or if you're not a real man, you don't want accountability, let me tell you what really works. So my father and my mom decided that they would do different roles. My mom, she had 3 of us, and she was raising us, she decided she would be the predominant homemaker. But my father saw that as work. My father never came home and told my mom, you don't work all day. My father knew she was cooking, she was cleaning, she was washing, took us to the doctors, took us to the zoo, took us to the park, took us to the museum, took us to the InfoQuest Center. My mom is responsible for my nerdness because she took me to the InfoQuest Center and quantum physics. She took me to the Hidden Planetarium. She knew I was a little bit, crazy with stuff. Botanic Garden. So when my father came home, the house was clean. There would always be something cooking, oxtail or pig foot, rice and peas, or cow foot soup. There was always something. And my father was always happy to come home. His friends used to be like, yo, you want to come over? And he's like, nah, I'm going home. He loved to come home. My mother had a little bar that we put in the house, and she took care of him. It was a balance. It was a balance. It was a balance. And my father respected her. Well, my father respected her. My father doesn't know anything about Europe. My father never been to Europe. My father didn't have any white friends. My father was a Jamaican immigrant. And he was doing what black men were doing in my country for years. to provide. And the woman also provides. She provides her feminine energy, which men need. She provides her sensuality, which men needs. She provides a home, and she makes the house a home. She brings order. She takes care of the kids. She's a predominant homemaker. You need that. You don't want to walk into a house with roaches and rats and stuff. You need that. My father knew. My father even told me, I'd rather work than come home and deal with Shireen, Chris, and Jude. That's my brother, because we were all crazy. But my mother was a real mom, and she was empowered to be a real mom because she was respected, and that's the key. The key is the respect. The key is the respect. My father never questioned my mom about, oh, you home all day? First of all, we weren't home. My mom always took us out. We were always going out and stuff. Do you think it's a coincidence that all three of their children graduated and went to good colleges? All three of their children own property. All three of their children are highly educated. None of us. Well, it's not a fluke. We're not magical. We don't think we're better. You have a complex problem. Because rather than say, okay, what are they doing that works? No, we have an attitude. You know all 980,000 Jamaicans in America? It's ridiculous. And it's not, we don't have the luxury anymore to continue to waste the time. I love my fellow black people. I see it. But if we continue, you're going to have nowhere to live. Gentrification is not stopping. You're going to have no jobs. As the job market shrinks and robotics take over and mechanics take over, and as jobs become more and more computerized, people are going to lack the skills to be able to do what they got to do. It's not that complicated. It's not that complicated. Either you listen or you don't listen. You listen and stop looking for people to take care of you. I hear black women all the time say, nobody cares about our causes, so wouldn't you do something? As a black woman, I support black causes. As a black woman, I push for medical discrimination. As a black woman, I spend my time. You can't sit down here and complain. Ain't nobody caping for us. What, you gonna keep saying that shit for 500 years? I care about black female causes. And you guys don't. I was on my Facebook page, and Serena Williams was crying for help because the Tennis Association was discriminating against her and making her take excessive drug tests even when she was pregnant. And she learned that even the white girl, which is, I think her name is, I forgot the white girl, Maria Sharapova, she was caught drugging, and she was drugging for over a decade. She lost no championships. They very quietly put a slap on her wrist. And they don't drug test her, even though she got found being positive with drugs. Both tennis players. Serena Williams, who's been clean, she gets tested more than someone who actually got found. Because someone told Serena, must have been one of her friends there. She's the only black tennis player. It must have been a white person that told her. And she came out. So I was trying to raise awareness about this. I was trying to rally black women to actually email. Okay? To email the agency and raise awareness and say, hey, I probably got, I don't know, I have 1,000 people on my page. I would say about 70% or 80% are women or women of color. And I probably got like, what, 10? Y'all don't like Serena? It's not that. It's that you guys are wired. Yeah, Maria Sharapova was taking drugs, Pia. And she got caught, and she was actually taking this drug performance enhancing thing for 10 years. You think a black woman could go into a white sport and she was taking drugs for 10 years. She lost no championships. She lost no Wimbledons, nothing. So what I'm trying to say is, take accountability. It's not that hard. My father did not do anything magical. My father did not do anything amazing. All he did was be a man. All he did was sit with my mom and say, let's ensure the future. It's not always going to be perfect. It's not always going to be okay. Things happen. But my father made sure. He didn't lie to black women. He didn't lie to my mom. He didn't lie to her. He said, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. And it's that simple. Masculinity, femininity, it's a balance. And you know, I was thinking about that too. She still lost to Serena all them times, even with the drugs. So I want to show you something, okay? All right? I want to read this to you. This is from www.worldfinance.com. It's a market newspaper. And it talks about for richer, for poorer, the economics of marriage. Okay? So it's telling you that economically, marriage is paramount for a society that's reproductive. Now, if black people don't want to get married, don't have children. And you know what? Wait. Who's that? Monet? This is my key. Because I can easily, listen. Stop talking to each other for a second. I can easily come on this channel and tell you only date white or only date black. I don't know what it is. But what I want to tell black women is what I say in my dating group: date for character. I don't care what the race is. And that character is protect, provide, lead, love, marriage, whatever you want to do. But character will never fail you. You see what Ciara did? She dated for character. She wanted whatever she wanted, and she got it. Denzel Washington, I don't know. But I don't want black women to date out just to date out, because I see a lot of black women are not getting married. Okay? I see a lot of black women are doing stuff and they're not getting. I'm all about you being loved, pampered, adored, and cherished. And that's all I care about. If it comes from a black man, so be it. If you find your Russell, I'm going to clap for you. I'm not one of these crazy black women that get mad because Russell's not feeling. That's not for me. If you find yourself a LeBron, and LeBron's been married to his same girl, his black girl from high school, more power to you. I don't care. All I care about is black women being happy, adored, and loved. That's all I care about. That's it. I don't care who you marry. All I care about, hey, hi Ayana. All I care about is you being happy. I am pro black women happiness. I can easily sit here and bash black men and say fuck all black men, but that's not the point. I don't want to waste my time and energy, because that's negative energy. And men don't want to see that. Men that want to date you don't want to see that. It's a turnoff. It's a turnoff. If you don't want to date this character, don't date that character. If you don't want to date this person, who cares? All you need to focus on is what you want. And stop letting people get you addicted to rage. Focus on what you want. My boyfriend is as European, as white as it can be, but I'm never going to come on this channel and make any man feel he's more the prize than I am. I'm the fucking prize. Black women, we are the prize. So if you start praising people above other people, you're going to get people a superiority complex. It's natural. Just think about it from anybody's perspective. Just think about it for a second. Just think about it for a second. Picture you are, like, let's do switch. For all the guys, you know, let's do switch. Picture you are, I don't know, pretend the black woman is on the top of the dating in the hypergamy. To pretend it's black women, right? And pretend all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you got an abundance of attractive single white men, and you have no idea why it's happening. Oh, son, these white guys are all over me. But then you go on the YouTube and you hear white men dissing white women. Remember, you're the black woman. In this alternative world, you're the preferred choice. You're the one on top of the hypergamy. You're the one that's getting married every 2 seconds. Okay, listen. Even if those white guys were attractive and whatever they may be, as a black woman, if you hear, you know, their women not wanting them on YouTube every 5 minutes, no matter what you do, you're going to be a little bit hesitant. And it also takes away your covetability. It also takes away your status, because it makes you look like, you know, just drama and calamity. Put your time and energy into your happiness. You can be happy. You can be married. If you don't want like black guys, stop talking about them. Stop engaging them. If you're a black man, you don't like black women, stop talking to us. Stop engaging. I beg you, please date who you want to, versus you spewing negativity, because both of us are destroying our market brand. And there is a brand. There is an agenda. So that's what I'm saying. Put your time and energy into being happy. Happy people do happy things. Angry people do angry things. Stop. I'm happy. I got a boyfriend who loves, like, that's the flowers he gave to me right in back of me. I got a boyfriend who loves, cherishes, protects, honors. I don't have to worry. Your black man bashing is not going to get you a decent man. Because if I'm a non-black man and I see your head doing a 360 and I see your head doing the Chucky and I see you spitting flames and fire, I don't care if I'm Indian. I don't care if I'm Bangladesh. I don't care if I'm Muslim. I don't care what race. I'm going to be a little bit apprehensive because you're not giving off that feminine allure. So you make your choice what you want to do, and I make my choice what I want to do, and we respect each other. Yeah, that's why I've been so quiet. Thank you, Pia. That's why I've been so quiet. I could easily sit here and start bashing people, but that's not progression. Like I said, I am dedicated. I am dedicated to seeing solutions. And I know for 100% fact, the solution is not anger, endless blame game. The solution is not, it's not that. The solution is tradition. The solution is respecting each other. If you don't want to get married, God bless you, don't get married. Who cares? But if you don't want to get married, don't burden yourself with the economics of a marriage. Okay? So you just can't do that. You can't do that. Just be happy. And like I said, we all get our heart broken. There's no one perfect on this planet. We all get our heart broken. We all do. But focus on the character. Focus on the character. So what you want to do is make sure that you have an idea of what makes you happy and you have an idea of what you don't want. That's what Ciara did. That's what any woman does. Megan Good did it. Megan Good, I think she's married to a pastor. I think Megan Good's married to, and he's a good Christian black man. And there's somebody else who just got married the other day. I think she used to be in Destiny's Child. What was her name? Latoya Tuckett or something like that? Or Puckett? I forgot her name. But her husband's also Christian conservative. I'm not pushing for Christianity. But if you're going to say level up and you want to do a deep dive, these are what these women are leveling up to. I'm sorry if it break your bubble. And I have other videos on this channel. Talk about the church of 4 chicken wings and pork fried rice. If you go into these black churches and they don't care, okay, about your economics, if you go into these black churches and they encouraging you to get your ass beat, that's not right. If you go into these black churches and they never talk about, because no other church, if you look at the poverty levels in Christian churches, all of them are African American. No one says you have to go to an all-black church. God is God. I'm Catholic. I go to my church. I don't care. Whoever don't like it, too bad. But you can't label Christianity as negative because it's not a coincidence that Russell Simmons is Christian. It's not a coincidence Megan Good's husband is Christian. It's not a coincidence that Latoya, all these beautiful black women are leveling up. But you can't cherish the level up and don't want to do the level up. You can't say, yeah, level up, but then when you look at the intricacies and you see a consistent pattern, because it don't look like what people told you it should look like, you want to fall back. There's a reason why they call him a square. There's a reason why they call him a simpleton, because he was going around bragging he didn't have sex with her till he got married, and guys were making fun of him. So what you need to understand, it's not that complicated. It's not that difficult. It's not that hard. Okay? You can look here and easily see the key to it. I have black women in my dating group who just got there and they're getting happy. They're getting courted. They're getting treated right. And it's because, number one, you got to heal yourself. We take a lot of damage as women. We are sensitive. We are soft. We're not impervious. This is not Mario Brothers where you touch the star and you run through the whole board and you blink in mad rainbow colors and everything flies out the way. No. Black women are just as vulnerable, just as feminine. Some of us may seem aggressive because we're in full offensive mode all the time. We're always on the offensive. And it's time for you to fall back. Whatever is making you offensive in your life, fall back. You got to make a decision as a black woman, fall back. Stop engaging what makes you offensive. Your health matters. Your mental health matters. Your life matters. Your happiness matters. It's not that complicated. Fall back. Okay? Fall back. Then you got to heal yourself. Before you can open your heart to love yourself, love yourself, before you can open your heart to love someone, before you can open your heart to engage in someone, you got to heal your femininity. And I'm here to tell you something. Femininity is not hair or makeup. Femininity is not a nail polish, okay? Femininity is not a look on the outside. If that's the case, every bad bitch with a booty and some titties would be having a husband. Femininity is your sensuality on the inside. It's your feminine confidence. It's your feminine core. It's the feminine energy. Okay? Look for instance, look at Ciara. Whether you agree or not, just look at the physical look. I'm doing a slideshow based on the body language. Look at Ciara. Look at her face when she was with Future. She looks much more stoic. She looks much more masculine. She's smoking and blowing out a hookah. She doesn't look now. If you look at Ciara now at Russell, she's smiling. She's engaging. She's happy. She looks so much better. That can't be denied. Is it femininity on the outside? No. It's something from the inside. She's whole. She's healed. She's engaged. She healed herself, her pain. That's what you have to do. She had the same access to the same stylist, the same access to the same hairstyles, the same access to the same clothing, the same access to everything. So it's not about external factors. So when women tell you that femininity is bullshit, oh, you're not going to put a wig on and some makeup and everything be okay. No. Run away from that woman. Because your femininity as a black woman is the most powerful thing on this planet. That's why they want our lips. That's why they want our hips. That's why they want our shape. It's not just about the physicality of it. It's the sensation it gives to the man. You ever asked a man? Sorry. You ever asked a man why beautiful women are so attractive to them? Because beautiful women, typically beautiful women are feminine. But the key in that is that every woman, especially black women, have the sensuality in a massive capacity. So you can be feminine. It doesn't matter. It's not just about looks. It's not just about that. It's actually there's something there. If you guys are on my channel before, I haven't taken away anyone's commands. So you guys can block trolls if you want. I got like 50 of you on here. But that's what I'm telling you. There's a sensuality on the inside. When men fall in love, yes, men are visual, but there's a feminine energy. So what you have to understand is that you have to heal as a black woman. We learn about this in my group. If you guys are interested, I have a secret dating page. It's called The Laws of Enchantress, where we focus on black women first. We focus on your healing, manifestation, visualization. We focus on you, because I don't believe you can give from an empty cup. I don't think you can give. You can't do nothing for anyone unless you do for you. Yeah, you could go ahead and troll them. Let me tell you something. When I do the Laws of Enchantress, you become a master of your energy. And right now, I'm very happy and I'm vibrating at a high frequency. The biggest opportunity for black women is the law of attraction. The law of attraction is probably one of the biggest things, because if you only get in life what you expect. And I'll be honest with you, you only get in life what you expect. And if you're always expecting something negative, that's all you're ever going to get. So I tell black women in Laws of Enchantress, you really have to do a royal flush. And you got to take anything out of your life that makes your expectations low. You got to take it out, because you don't get what you believe. You get what you expect. Your beliefs come from your expectations. So you can say on the outside, I want to be married. I want to have the love of my life. I want a prosperous marriage. I want. But if deep down inside in your subconsciousness, you're listening to negativity, you're fixated on this black man, you're fixated on what he's not doing. If most of your energy as a black woman is going towards negativity, you're not going to be prosperous. And also, if you dare to dream. A lot of black women don't believe deep down inside they can be married. They don't believe they can have a guy lavish on them. They don't believe they can have a man who can shower on them because who knows? Their community, family, and even society. When you pick up a bride's magazine, all you see is white women, white women, white women. You don't see yourself in that light. So you literally have to kind of like brainwash yourself and change the world that you engage around you. Fixate, manifest. I'm telling you, black women, you can be happy, but you got to make a choice. And I know it's addictive because I used to be addicted. I used to be very addictive to negativity. I used to be very addicted to gossip. I used to be very sensitive to what people think about me. I used to be literally emotionally dependent on what people thought about me. And it wasn't until I healed myself and manifested and continuously kept doing this, I continuously became aware of what was in my world. When was the last time you told yourself, I love myself, or I'm incredible, I am amazing, I deserve everything, I want this? When's the last time you actually spent 10 minutes visualizing yourself having everything you've ever wanted? And let's contrast to what you engage yourself in. Let's contrast that to what you engage yourself in. Like I said, I'm not about, in the laws of Enchantress, it's not a pro swirl. It's pro character. Because God will give you, or whatever you believe in, whatever universe, Afrocentric or Ocean or, I don't know, Ogun, whatever you believe in. I don't even care what your religion is. I don't care if you're an atheist, whatever it is. But you will have what you have inside. And what that means is, if you truly love yourself and you adore yourself and you take self-care and you actually desire goodness for yourself and you do it, you're going to attract that. And you'll see that reflected not just in relationships, in your family and your friends. In the laws of Enchantress, we talk about this all the time. That's why marriage happens faster. Because when you focus on a goal, when you have an agenda, and you say, I want to date, I want to fall in love, I want to get married, and this is my standards. And you said leadership, protective. When you do that, thank you so much, Sandy. When you do that, it makes being a black woman and dating 10 times easier. Because the men who don't want to lead are going to stick out like a sore thumb. The men who don't want to provide are going to stick out. And the men who don't want to protect, they're going to stick out. You don't even have to worry. And the most beautiful thing about being a healed, whole, sacred black feminine is that since you're so feminine, you attract, thank you, Leah, you attract the feminine sacred. And you attract the alpha male. I'm telling y'all the truth. I did absolutely nothing to attract the boyfriend that I have in my life but be Connie. Because I've been through so much, but I kept sticking to who I was. I kept sticking to it. And you don't have to go through this. So you really got to make sure when you are a feminine, you attract the alpha male. And the alpha male is the one who can provide and lead. The male is the one who will protect. The alpha male is the one that, it'll balance out. It's not that complicated. It's not that complicated. And I didn't say love because love for men and women are different. Women are receivers, men are givers. So you got to be very careful. You can't date somebody looking like love. You got to look at the character, because you can fall in love with the wrong person. You can fall in love with the wrong person, and you don't want that. What works is economics. What works is religion and moral beliefs. That's what works. You can fall in love with a fat ass, or you can fall in love with a guy who got some big ass shoulders. That doesn't last. What lasts is forming a relationship, a friendship, and being able to inspire that man. Any man that's successful, he talks about, the woman in his life, the family in his life. So what you have to do is connect to people that are the right person for you. So that's what you have to do. And the men that are saying what they don't want and what they don't want, don't worry about them. Those men don't want to get married. There's good men out there that want to get married, that want to provide, that want to love and lead. The problem is those men are happy. I'm going to tell you the truth. Leah knows. We know. Me and Leah know. Those men are happy. They're not out here on YouTube harassing people. They're not out here. Those men are happy. They're out there with their ladies, spoiling their ladies, cherishing their women. They don't have time. And it's the men who don't want to get married talking about marriage. It's the men who are not good for dating, who are dating the women and they're toxic. It's the men who don't belong there that are getting the whole platform. And that's the problem. That's why I'm very wary of just saying, opening up your options. Because no, date for character. If you want to get married, date for marriage. If you want love, date for the characteristics. It's personal between you. Date for character. Exactly. Date for character. So that's what you want. You want a man that's going to date you for what's important to you. Remember, you're the woman. You're supposed to be chased. You're supposed to be pursued. Men like this. Real men like. A guy doesn't want something that's not covetable. So you got to make sure that you have that mindset. But it takes a healed, whole, feminine, sacred. And stop listening to the men, even if they meet fucking Whitney Houston or Halle Berry. Stop listening to the men who, even if they met whatever, they don't want to get married. You got a lot. This is what I'm saying. You got a lot of negativity and social construct around black women. And the biggest problem with that is that a lot of men think that you can do stuff, even if they're not black. Because I had one experience with one girl I was coaching. I do Laws of Enchantress coaching. And she had a horrible experience, and she wasn't dating a black guy. But the problem is, you have to create your own marketing and branding. You got to put yourself out there as you want the world to see you. If you want to get married, yes, you do have to carry yourself a certain way. If you want to get, and guess what? Those men want to get married. So it's just, I'm telling you, those girls, it's not that hard. I really wish I would have listened to my mother all those years ago when she was telling me the simplistic of it. When she was telling me you're supposed to be courted. When she was telling me you're supposed to be adored and loved. You're supposed to be pampered. When she was telling me all this, I didn't listen to her. Because I thought, that's that old shit. Y'all been married a long time ago. But guess what? Years later, I said, wow, she's right. The reason why some of y'all having so much issues is because y'all trying to fix a broken man. Y'all trying to put the leg up, the arm up, I don't care what race they are. You're supposed to be enjoying your courtship. You're supposed to be being pursued, being loved. This guy's supposed to be proving to you that he can be there for you, that he can be worthy. And if you don't inspire that in him, you're not the right woman for him. If he has all these complaints, bounce. Make him clear the pathway so he can find the person that inspires that, because there's no excuse. You're supposed to be inspired by the woman that you're pursuing. If you got all this shit to say about the woman, don't fucking pursue her. There's no excuse. When I was with my boyfriend, I didn't have to do anything. Exactly. I'm telling you, when you learn the laws of the Enchantress, it's not bullshit. I have a Laws of Enchantress coaching page. Go read the reviews. And it makes dating easier. I want black women to be the happiest, healthiest, love-adored version of themselves. So I want black women to be happy. And you can't be happy by skipping over yourself. You understand? You can call yourself an alpha male. I never said that. Who cares? I don't care. But the problem is, you really have to work to love you. You can't ask someone to pamper you if you're scared of pampering yourself. You can't ask someone to adore you if you're scared of adoring yourself. And like I said, femininity is not makeup and hair. Femininity is not jewelry. Femininity is not perfume. Femininity is about your sensual energy. When they spoke to Denzel Washington, okay? When they spoke to Denzel Washington, no, you both, okay, let me tell you a story, okay? Let me tell you a story, a long story. There was a plane. I think I told this story in my Laws of Enchantress group. And there was a plane that was flying from, I think, Brazil to France. And it was a brand new plane. It was a brand new Airbus. Okay? So what happens is that they had 3 captains on the plane. They had 2 co-captains and 1 senior captain. And the 2 co-captains just got their wings. Okay? And because they both were alpha males and nobody wanted to, you could be an alpha male, but if you're flying a fucking plane, y'all need to chill because I don't want to die. So what happened is that these 2 men were so proud, they weren't even corresponding with each other. They weren't corresponding. And what happened is that that plane started to drop 12,000 feet per minute. Just imagine you're up 60,000 feet. That plane was like in a nosedive. And the whole point of me telling you this story, that's what happens when you don't have roles. That's what happens when there's not a balance. You can't have two of the same. You can't have two of the same. The senior pilot walked into the cockpit and was like, what the hell are y'all doing? And within a second, he noticed what was wrong. But already the plane was too low and it was stalling and they crashed. And all 239 people died because two people refused to relinquish one role. And both roles were equally important. You got a pilot and a co-pilot. The woman is the co-pilot, the man is the pilot. You don't like it, your shit's gonna fucking crash. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. And the man can't survive without the co-pilot, and the co-pilot can't survive without the pilot. Like I said, that's what happened in Air France. Both of them wanted to be the pilot. Both of them said, I could fly the plane. They weren't communicating. One was pulling the plane up, and one was pulling the plane down. And the plane just said, stall, 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 stall. Because it really couldn't, the plane was like, I don't know what's going on. One giving me a command to go up, one giving me a command to go down. And that's what's happening in a lot of marriages, is that people are just doing whatever they want. Nobody is taking a lead. And you need structure. It's like going to work, all right? It's like going to work, and you got a job to do, and nobody gives you your assignment. What if both of y'all end up doing the same job? What if both of y'all start working on the same project? So, that's the problem. You got to do alpha. When my dad was a predominant, provider, he considered my mom the predominant household. They were very balanced. It was a respect thing. My dad didn't come in as an alpha and was an asshole to my mom. My dad was like, okay, I need this feminine balance. I need her feminine presence. I need it. It's my peace of mind. And she's doing everything, and there was a balance. So that's the problem. The problem is that we as black women have to understand that a relationship is not supposed to drain you. It's supposed to enhance you. And same thing for the men. You know what I'm saying? A relationship is not supposed to drain you. And like I said, everybody is for somebody. But I want black women to know the truth. There's studies out there, there's statistics out there. Go to the Pew Research, read the New York Times, read Forbes magazines. This is not my opinion. This is the truth. Traditionalism works. Gender roles work. This is why marriage is becoming a thing of elite. If you read more and more fact-based articles, you will see that more and more people of higher economic status are entertaining marriage. Because they have the education, they have the awareness, they're informed to know this is a major attribute to building wealth. So it's not that hard. And not only, let me talk to you. Who said submission? Let me talk to you. It's even in the Bible. A man's supposed to protect, provide, and lead. A man's supposed to protect and provide and lead. Okay? And in that submission, he has to honor them. So it's not about being disrespectful. Remember, if you're talking about Christianity, because I'm a Christianity expert, in Christianity, that's not how it happens. In the black churches, in the black churches of 4 chicken wings and pork fried rice, where they cut up the Bible and they only tell you one line, that's not how it goes. In the Bible it says, you're supposed to love your wife as Christ loved the church and gave up his life and died for her. That means before you have the honor of submission, you're supposed to be willing to be crucified and die for your wife. You can't cut that part. In the Bible it says, you want to know what the Bible says about providing? After this video, you guys need to watch the 4 chicken wings and pork fried rice one. Because you guys don't know about you. That's what I'm saying. Don't go to the church of 4 chicken wings and pork fried rice and let that speak for Christianity. Don't let people who don't know about. Okay, that's right. But if any provide not for his own, and especially for those of his own. Exactly. I'm reading it right now. Thanks, Shalom. But if any provide not for his own, and especially for those of his own house, he has to deny their faith and worse than the infidel. So it's there. Okay, so as a Roman Catholic, I'm Roman Christian Catholic. I was raised that way. I was taught that way. But the submission part comes with great honor. The submission part means you cannot touch your wife. You cannot hurt your wife. Okay? You cannot do that to your wife. Submission means when the guy submits to Christ. After he submits to Christ, the wife submits to him. So it's not truly him. He's submitting to Christ. And Christ is like, honor your wife, love your wife. He who loves his wife as he loves his own body. Meaning that you're not going to touch your wife because you're supposed to love your wife as you love your own body. So you said, where's the link? I don't know, Leah. Could you get it for them? Because I can't do it on here because I'm using my camera here. But like I said, there's a lot of discrepancies. People are lying to black women. You know how many black women I coach on my Laws of Enchantress coaching and tell me they're getting abused because the church said so? And I'm like, what church you talking about? In my church, we revere Mary. In my church, women are sacred. In my church, the highest role for women is a wife and the mother. Probably you need to change. I think so. Link to the Enchantress she's asking for, because you don't have to. You don't have to just date. It's crazy what's happening. You can be happy. You can be happy. The Bible doesn't say it's okay for his man to beat your ass. The Bible does not say it's okay for you to get dragged and kicked down the stairs or molested. All the crazy shit I be hearing from black churches make me very happy that I'm in a diverse church where we actually read the Bible and we know our Bible verses. So any black woman that's experiencing this extremity, it's abuse. It's not Christianity, it is abuse. Because I'm sick and tired of people shitting on Christianity and I can't say anything back. I'm not trying to convert anybody. Okay? I can't convert anybody. So this is what I'm saying. If you know, black women, if you are driving somewhere, don't you got directions? If you are driving somewhere, don't you know where you're going? So if you're looking for a relationship or you're dating and you don't have an idea of where you're going or what you're doing, oh, it's on my page. It's on my private page. I'll make a video to put it up here. It's on my private page on Facebook, the link. So that's what I'm saying. You submit yourself to your husbands, but the husband has to submit himself to Christ. It's not truly the husband, it is Christ, because you're submitting yourself to what Christ wants. God doesn't give you free reign as a husband. You have a massive responsibility to protect and honor your wife. I have a video on this channel. Go look at it, The Church of 4 Chicken Wings and Pork Fried Rice. It's a perversion of the faith. Why would Christ in 2000 BC, where women were chattel, where women were property, why would Christ in 2000 BC say, oh, you love your wife as you love your own body? Because he knew about protecting the woman. Read the whole thing. And I'm telling you, those types of men are the ones you just stay away from, because they see a snippet. You got to read the whole thing. They knew how evil men were. They knew how evil men were. It's not that, oh my gosh. They knew. And that's why they made so many references to loving your wife as you love your own body. Loving your wife as you love yourself. And loving your wife, it doesn't say that. Look, Ephesians, for husbands, this means love your wives, just as Christ loved the church. He gave up his life for her. Okay? He gave up his life for her. All right? Therefore, a man shall leave his father and mother and hold fast to his wife, and the two become one flesh. So if you're one flesh, you can't hurt your one flesh. Anybody that tries to pervert it, I'm telling you, in Catholic Church, we see these situations happening, and I'm like, oh my God. You know, we're like, damn, thank God we're not involved in this thing. You're not supposed to do that. There's so many verses. There's so many verses. So, like, you really have to make sure that you're not manipulated. You really have to make sure that you're healed. you're whole, and you love yourself. One thing I like to do is ask black women, how are they doing? How are you feeling? Before you try to do anything for anyone, even if it's for yourself, you can't be successful if you don't feel to yeah, you submit. No, it's I'm telling you, you got to protect, you got to love. God is love, Christ is love. Love each other, honor each other, be there for each other. That's his command. Love one another. So what you need to do is stop listening to the lies. I want black women to promise me, if somebody gives you an item, if somebody gives you somebody gives you a research paper, see what the paper is about. See what it's about. But I'm going to, as a Roman Catholic Christian, I don't care what your religion is. That's none of my business. As a Roman Catholic Christian, I don't give a shit if you're atheist, agnostic. I don't care if you're Hindu or Muslim. I don't care. I don't care. I really don't. But what I don't want you to do is attack my religion and my faith, and I can't say anything to you when half of the shit you say is fucking wrong. When half of the shit you say is wrong. Most black people don't even know the first Christian denomination on this planet was in Africa. The first Christian churches were in Somalia and Ethiopia, way before the colonizers, way before slavery, way before it was worshipped in Roman Catholic. It's not a European religion. Christ wasn't European. So that's what you need to know, the truth, because people have an agenda. I don't have an agenda. I do. My only agenda is you being happy. My only agenda is you finding love, successful, prosperity. These are all things that go together. Money is not evil. Wealth is not evil. And as a black woman, you deserve to have everything. Yes, you can have marriage. Yes, you can have love. Yes, you can be adored. Yes, yes, yes. And I truly put myself into harm's way. And I truly believe that black women can have everything they wanted. And you don't gotta be a size 0. And you don't gotta be mad skinny. And you don't gotta have China doll straight hair. You don't have to have all these things. You can truly be happy. I mean, guys, let me tell you something. When you have positive energy, when you reach a certain level of vibrational frequency, nothing can hurt you, nothing can harm you, because you're literally out of their frequency. People can say whatever they want to say about me. Number one, I know my truth. Latoya Luckett, thank you. And she just got married to a Christian guy too. Like, how many times are you guys going to ignore the truth? You can't say level up Ciara, and when you see what she did, you're like, So that's the problem. As a black woman, you can have whatever you believe. But the problem is, don't let people get into your head. There's nothing special about me. If I have love, fiance, marriage, there's nothing special about me. Whatever I have, every single black woman has. And the thing is that you have to nurture it. And there's nothing special. You have to nurture it. And the black men, and the white men, and the Asian men, and the Spanish men, and all men who don't want marriage talk the most. Don't even listen to them. So what you have to do is create a space for you and engage with people who are like-minded with you. And stop letting people give you scapegoats. Stop letting people tell you it's Jamaicans while you're not married. Stop letting people tell you it's Grenadians. Stop all the lies that it's uppity Jamaicans and that's why you have babies. And come on. Stop letting people tell you crap. Stop it. That's right, Leia. Fall back. If you're a good woman and you want to be a domestic goddess and you want to be traditional and you want to have the honor of raising the fucking kids that come out of your panani, not having to drop them off at a nanny and this nanny, If you want to be able to have children and raise those children, engage those children, and fill your house with love, faith, and prosperity, if you want to be a supportive wife, if you truly want to be feminine, then you don't have to explain yourself to no one. There's millions of YouTube channels. I don't go on nobody's channel and try to argue them down. If you want to be gay, more power to you. Transgender, I mind my business. You know what I'm saying? I'm here speaking to black women because I care about your happiness. And it drives me crazy that so many black women who are beautiful and educated and regular and blue collar and not educated, we are born deserving. We are born that way. So empower that way. Geraldo, who's Geraldo? Geraldo, this is for you. If you want to date that way, Geraldo, that's fine. There's 6 billion humans on this planet. This is not about morphing you to turn you into anything. There's 6 billion humans. I don't care. I don't care who you date, what you date, how you date. You got gay marriage, you got transgender. People are doing, this is 2018. People are doing what they want to do to make them happy. As long as you're happy, God bless you. As long as you're happy, I support it. I don't really care. I'm not infringed. But who I'm talking to right now is my black sisters. Is my black sisters to go out there and do character first. First of all, Geraldo, let me keep it fucking real because I'm being too nice. If I want to tell black women to date white men, I'll fucking say it. But I'm not doing that because I refuse to praise any man. We are the prize, regardless of race. I tell black women, date for what they want. If you want to get married and you want character, get the fuck out of here. I could easily sit up here and put a picture of my boyfriend and me like this and put yes, yes, swirl. But I'm not doing that because my main goal for black women is bigger than me. I want them to be happy. I want them to be spoiled. I want them to be pampered. I don't care. I can easily, like every other swirler, put my picture of my boyfriend and be like, yes, bitches, swirl. I'm with my boyfriend, go to my Facebook. But I'm not going to do that because the most important thing to me is character, prosperity, happiness, a functional household. I'm a product of a 41-year happy marriage. That's it. That's it. So you want to make sure that you are happy. The first thing before a man comes into your life, that you are happy. A lot of people aren't happy. And unhappy people do unhappy things. I'm going to keep saying it. Unhappy people do unhappy things. It's an absolute law. There's no law. There's no law. And you really have to make sure. You really have to make sure that you do happy things. Because that's when you get happiness in your life. And I want black women to stop engaging negativity. Focus your energy on finding the right man. Focus your energy on finding yourself. Focus your energy on loving yourself. Focus your energy on spoiling yourself. Take yourself to the spa. Get a calendar. Make a self-love care regimen. Take yourself to get a facial. Buy your favorite wine. Go get your hair done. Do it consistently. Love yourself. Adore yourself. And the energy that you're going to give off to the world is going to attract good things and good people. The energy is going to give off. If you focus on negativity, if you focus on badness, you're only going to get that. That's all you're going to get. Like I said, drop that dead weight. Only engage things. I'm character-based. I'm character-based for your friends. I'm character-based for your networking. I'm character-based for connectivity. It's all about character. Character will never lie to you. People lie to you. I can lie to you. But character can never lie to you. Character can never lie to you. Character is timeless. So you want to make sure whatever is important to you, you make your own list. Whatever is important to you, you make your own list. and you cut out the dead noise, because life is short. And I'm telling you, as a black woman, you don't have to limit yourself. You don't have to limit yourself. You create your reality. You create your reality. And what you focus on, oh, that's crazy. I was about to say that, Emeralds. What you focus on grows. And you got, I'm telling you, try this trick. 21 days, try not to say anything negative. Just for 21 days, I'll do it with you. Today's August the 13th. For 21 days, don't make a negative comment. Don't make a negative anything. For 21 days, just try it and see what happens to your world. You're going to scare yourself. I want you guys to do it with me. For 21 days, don't comment negative on no Trump ad. Don't say anything to your friend. If your friend calls you should talk about her man. Say, you know what? Are you all right? Are you dead? You alive? You know, it's not an emergency? Okay, I'm doing an experiment. And for 21 days, I want you to fully immerse yourself in your dream. So if you want to lose weight for 21 days, start looking at pictures of people that you want to look like. For 21 days, start looking at marriage sites. You want to get married? Go sign your ass up on the knot.com. Visualize yourself and just see what happens. You're going to see people start talking to you more. People start engaging you more. You're gonna see for 21 days, I want you to fully immerse yourself. Put a stop on all your Facebook. Put a stop on all your Facebooks. Anything that's negative, the friends who are always complaining, the friends who are always being negative, put a stop on all your Facebooks and truly see what's going to happen to your life. Your life will get better. And your words have power. Like right now, when I go onto Facebook, I only go on my main page, my Laws of Enchantress page, my secret membership Laws of Enchantress page, my Laws of Enchantress coaching, and I realize the less I engage with negativity, the more prosperity I have. I'm building my whole thing by myself. So you truly you got to make a sense of it. I'm not saying you can't talk about negativity. Oh, music is huge. If you want to have a happy relationship, love songs, meditations, music is huge, because music are words, and words are vibration, and vibrations create frequency, and frequency attracts. So you got to be very careful out there. And I'm telling you, math, if you know math, right? If you add a positive and a positive, what happens? You get a positive. If you add a negative and a positive, who wins? The bigger amount with the number with the sign to it. If you're trying to add a 10 negative plus a 6 positive, when you do the math, what happens? The high denomination is going to get the sign to go over and transfer over. So you have to listen. So you have to listen. You truly have to listen. Quantum physics, our entire world is made of mathematical structures. That's how they break down subatomic particles. That's how they're able to make, nuclear energy. It doesn't stop in real life. Positive attracts positive. Negative attracts negative. If you got a positive and you got a negative, whoever's the higher denomination of number is going to win that sign. So if you got 10 negative friends plus 6 positive friends, at the end of it, you might just end up with a larger amount of negativity in your life. So what I'm telling black women is stop having people lie to you. Stop having people telling you, oh, 72%. It's not true. If these people who are black actually care about black people, they'll come up with solutions. And the solution is traditionalism. The solution is marriage. The solution is loyalty, consistency. There's no other demographic on the planet that's economically successful with an abundance of broken homes. Right now, for black women, marriage is imperative, and a happy marriage and a healthy marriage. Not just marrying anyone, because that's not what I want for you. I want you to be smiling. I want you to be cheesing and running down the block like, yeah, son, yeah, son. And I want you to be so happy that you can have a negativity Uzi. You can have a fucking negativity AR-15, and I will be bulletproof. Bloop, 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 because I am glowing. You cannot wait to get your confidence from people. People are always going to say crazy shit about you. People are always going to try to tear you down because they want to bring you back to their low negative vibration. They're unhappy, you gotta be unhappy. They're sad, they gotta be sad. There are people who look for scapegoats in any way or reason to keep being angry. Every few months they find another reason. Every few months they find another reason. And you truly have to be, I'm telling you, and the only way to do the law of attraction, the only way to have high power day challenge. And when by 21 days, do as much as you can to immerse yourself into what you want. So if you want to have a marriage, you want to have, first of all, don't be ashamed. Surround yourself with people who support your dream, who engage your dream, whatever your dream is. You want to have success, surround yourself. And if you got people, use the internet. Join groups. Use the internet. I'm telling you, your life is going to change so fast for the better, you're going to get terrified. Because I had a test in my life in the past year where there was a negativity period, and I could have chosen to give up. I could have chosen not to do laws of Enchantress. I could have chosen to take ridicule. But I said, you know what? That's low energy vibration. I'm going high, and I'm going to continue to go high. And the only person that's going to hold me down is me, physically holding me down. I will never surrender my energy. I will never surrender my power. I will never give up. And if I give up, it's because I need to take a rest for me, because of me. But I'm telling you, as a black woman, you can have the happiness you want. Exactly. Exactly. A lot of us live in limited worlds, very limited worlds of negativity. We see the statistics and think there's no way out. And then we get guilted for wanting more. I dare black women to be selfish. Stop making people lie to you. I dare black women to dream and focus on themselves. First of all, if you're loving yourself as a black woman and honoring yourself as a black woman and putting yourself first as a black woman, and if people in your life see that, and they walk away from you, just think about their mentality. They didn't have your best interest at heart, sweetheart. If you're pampering yourself, or you decide to do some type of wellness, or you join a gym, or you got a hobby, I don't care what it is. But if you're doing anything to better yourself as a black woman, and you're worried you're going to lose people and friends, just think about what you just said. Because the right people are going to empower you to do better. The right people are going to support you to do better. The right people they're going to tell you that you're beautiful. I will never tell a black woman she can't get married, or she can't have love, or she can't. I will never, because I have seen black women do amazing things without support, without love, without protection, without money. I've seen black women flourish in other areas where they shouldn't flourish. And you've done so much amazing things, and you think a simple thing like love and marriage, and it's really that simple. It's about falling back and allowing that person to love you, allowing that person to court you, allowing that man to be a man and lead and provide. It's not that difficult, but you know what's difficult? Having confidence, having self-love, and that true energy, that feminine sacred on the inside. I know black girls that are bad as hell. I'm talking about fat asses, big boobs, bad as hell. And they can't keep a man for a day. And it's because they're broken inside. They've never been healed inside. And we as women, we are receivers. We need to be loved and loved aggressively. We need to be adored and adored feverishly. We need to be told that we're beautiful and we're gorgeous and we're happy. You need that from your friends. Start it with your friends. Start telling your friends about this. So, tell your friends. I give compliments to women like water. Number one, it's true. But number two, it creates high energy. It creates a nice positive. If I see a black woman with a pair of shoes, sister, the shoes are gorgeous. Start being open with each other. Start connecting. And start seeing, once you start connecting with each other, other parts of your life are going to flourish. Stay away from black women that can't give a compliment. Stay away from black women that aren't comfortable saying positive things about other black women. Stay away from black women who are all too eager to be negative to other black women. I'm telling you, they always got a scapegoat or a reason. I'm not comfortable speaking negatively. If a husband makes less money, is he the head of the household? No, he's the head of the household. No. A husband, no. Because if he's making less money, I don't know. What is he doing? Is he planning? It's not just about money, too. It's also about ambition. And a lot of black women are terrified of the ambition because they don't want a dusty. But there's plenty of stories outside of the dusty community where men have been, and like, if you listen to Obama said Michelle motivated him. He wouldn't be the man he would if Michelle. You got to know the quality of the man, regardless of race. Because some of y'all might be mad young. Some of y'all might be 22, 23. And it's not all about how much he has. It's not about that. Bill Gates Microsoft, he was supported. Steve Jobs, he was supported. But you got to have the common sense. I'll tell you a quick story. And my mom and me, we love this story. When Mark Zuckerberg dropped out of college and decided to work on Facebook, his wife, I think, is Asian. Okay, his wife is Asian. And his wife, you know, Asian people are crazy about money. So when he left Harvard, the family was like, you need to drop him right now. You need to break up with him right now. And she was like, nah, my man got it. And now she's married to one of the top billionaires in the world. But that's a very extreme circumstance. But if you ask a man, what are you doing? He should be eager to tell you, this is my 1-year plan, this is my 2-year plan. Men that are making moves are eager to tell you and share with you. They're proud because they want to be able to show, I can provide, I can leave. Men that want to do, my boyfriend told me, oh, I don't want you to work, I want you to stay home with the kids, I want you to be a stay-at-home mom, you're going to be a great mom. So you know what I'm saying? You have to realize to engage yourself in that. And positivity attracts positivity. One thing I'll tell you, money is not negative. Success is not negative. Prosperity is not negative. Advancement is not negative. The people that are negative are broke. Because broke people are not negative people. It's just that simple. And it goes for a man or woman. This goes for any race. The people that are broke are negative. The people that are making money are positive. There's no way around that. If you're having a good life and you're being loved, you know, when you're having a good life and you're being flourished, there's no room for negativity. And even when people are negative to you, it doesn't really affect you because they want it to affect them the way it would affect them. Remember, people operate on you. People operate on the level that they think that you will engage. So if I'm insecure, if I'm, susceptible to, verbal assaults, if I am sensitive to how people think of me, right? When I attack someone or engage someone, I'm going to use that same tactic because men do what they know and women do what they know. So when you see somebody engaging you in a negative way, in a vicious way, that's all they know. That's all they know. So don't let people trick you and tell you they're being prosperous and they're being negative. Those two don't coexist at the same time. It doesn't work. So what I'm saying, look at Russell and Ciara. Character matters. Look at Denzel and his wife, 35 years. Character matters. Look at Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. Character matters. I love LeBron. I don't even watch basketball like that, but I think he's a great example of a male leader. He's with his wife. He's been with his wife since high school. Character matters. That's all that matters. He could have traded his wife in for a white girl, but he didn't do that. He's been with the same girl since high school. So you got to realize it's character that matters. That's all. It's character. And a lot of men, regardless of race, get very nervous when I say that because that shit goes for anyone. You can be Arabic, you can be Jewish, you can be black, white. Character matters. And character will lift everybody's skirt up, regardless of race. Thank you guys for doing on the monitor. Well, so character matters. I don't want any man to feel like he's Superman. I don't want any man to feel like he's fucking Joel from Superman. He's the chosen one. Character matters. And that's all I want for black women. That's why I came to YouTube. I want you to be prosperous. That's why I made #, but life. That's why I give coaching to black women. I want you to be happy. That's why I always talked about, happiness and wellness and mental health. And I do so many things to get black women better. It's about advancing. It's about doing better. And you have to understand there are certain people on this planet, they're not going to do better. They just don't want to. Black and white. Black women and black men. There's some people that all they want to do is engage you on negativity because that's all they know. And I'm telling you, life is short. And I'm telling you, looking in the camera as a black woman, you can have the life you want. You can have the happiness you want. You can have the marriage you want. You can be spoiled, adored. It's all here, son. Son, it's all here. If you keep letting people live in your head, if you keep letting people rent space in your head, they're not even paying, they're just renting that shit and bouncing checks. If you keep letting people engage you, the power of the mind is real. Manifestation, meditation, visualization, that shit is real. I cannot tell you the contrast in my life 3, 4, 5 years ago to now, where I was coming to a point saying, either I surrender, either I give up. Because I got to the point where I was like, going to give up not too long ago, where a lot of things were happening wrong for me at the same time. Then I realized my fear was feeding the negativity. And I was like, wait a minute. In the history of mankind, being scared, being paranoid, having anxiety, that's never solved a problem. I'm not saying you can't react, because that's normal shit. But staying in a state of worrying, anxiety, and fear does not solve problems. It doesn't solve problems. So you have to literally open up your heart, open up your mind, open up your soul to believing you can have what you truly want. And engaging in that consistently, excessively. I mean, be honest, you're watching this video. How many people here can tell me, watching this video, when's the last time you looked in the mirror and say, I love you? When's the last time you looked in the mirror and say, you deserve the world? When's the last time you had positive to yourself? When's the last time somebody engaged you and said, you can have whatever you want. You deserve whatever you want. You are educated. You are beautiful. You are hardworking. You're a great mother. You're a great mom. You're a great aunt. When's the last time this has been consistent chatter in your atmosphere, in your world? And when you contrast that to the negativity that we allow, no wonder our lives look the way it was. No wonder it is. When I stopped engaging in negativity, when I just stopped and said, you know what, that's it. I'm only going to talk about, movements and things for black women and progress for black women and medical stuff for black women and, black women this and black, that's it. But when I took myself out of that equation, my life changed dramatically. Like my life is like a cartoon right now. Like literally my life is so good. I'm still nervous. I feel like, oh shit, is it going to break tomorrow? Because I'm not used to so much happiness. And I'm literally training myself day by day to be this happy. It's kind of terrifying. And at black women, you can have this happiness. And I don't care who you have it with. This is a new message. I don't care if it's Russell. I don't care if it's Latoya Tuckett, whatever her name is. I don't care if it's Megan Good. I don't care if it's Obama. I don't care if it's white, black, Filipino. All that matters is you are happy. I can easily be on here and say, you got to swirl this and that, because I'm very careful of that, because my agenda for you is to be married and married well. That is my agenda for you. That's all I care about. Prosperity, domestic goddess. You can be feminine. You can flow and have that feminine energy come from the outside and fill you from the outside. You can truly make your house something good. That's all I care about, is your happiness. If you're a black woman and you want to sacrifice your happiness because you think you're going to get a black man award, go ahead. And if you're a black man and you think being angry at black women is going to make your life better, go ahead. I don't care. If Manda's watching the video, if Manda rolls up The Rock, and The Rock, for the wrestler, and he's treating her good, and he's adoring her, and he's worshiping her, and he's loving her, and he says, Connie, I want to marry her, you think I'm going to say, you can't marry The Rock because he's black, or whatever the hell he is? You think if you find your own version of Will Smith, you find your own version of Denzel Washington, I'm that angry, I'm going to tell you no, no, no. It's not about that. It's about character and what's ever important to you as a black woman. That's all I care about. If my sister is happy, if my sister is protected, if she's provided, that's all I care about. And you're going to see when you start concentrating on the positivity, your life will get better. I promise you. And I'm telling you, it's foolproof, because your first person is you, is loving you. And don't let nobody put you down, man or woman. Don't let nobody call you out your name, man or woman. Don't let nobody say that you're not this, you're not that. Stop letting people who have nothing predict your future. Stop letting people's limitations become your expectations. I'm going to say it again. Stop letting people's limitations become your expectation. Like Will Smith said, they can't do it. They want to tell you you can't do it. We all make choices, and we're human. We make good choices, and we make bad choices. And some of the choices we make that impact our life negatively. And because I made a bad choice, I can't come and tell you you don't got no choice because I made a choice for you. It's wrong, and it's toxic. I'm here to tell you, you can be loved, you can be worshiped, you can be adored, you can have everything you've ever wanted as a black woman. And I will celebrate with you. I don't care what your man is. He could be Chinese, he could be Nigerian, he could be Ghana. All I care about is the character and your love, and you're protected, and he's doing what he has to do. And when I see my sister and she's smiling and she's cheesing and her picture's glowing up the whole entire fucking Facebook and she's looking like the sun, that's all I care about. The time has come for black women to put character first. The time has come for you to rise. You don't have to be angry anymore. You don't have to be unhappy anymore. You don't have to keep limiting yourself and thinking you can't have this. And stop making plans off of failures. You had a bad relationship, so what? Now it's about you. You can still have what you want. You got a bad marriage, so what? Move on, divorce, start alive, start anew, start fresh. Be positive. Stop engaging on negative low levels because you're not going to have more. You're not going to have. The happiness starts with you. The confidence starts with you. You got to be your own ego. You got to be your own hype person. You got to be out there going mad hype over yourself. And people will engage you off the energy you give off. So do the 21-day challenge. Thank you guys for watching. I'm not done yet. This is a live, so I have to upload it. I haven't done it in a while. But my Laws of Enchantress relationship course is there. And it's a one-time membership of $199, but it's a club. And you join, and you're there, and you're saturated. It's really good. And I have the Laws of Enchantress coaching page, which I'm going to put all the information so you can see the reviews. Women are getting married. That's the point. Women are getting engaged. That's the point. Women are not having the tough time with dating because guess what? They're in love with them first. They care about them first. They're manifesting their healing. It's all about you first. You are the foundation for any happiness you have. So you can't just jump into dating if you don't jump into loving you and jump into being happy with you. And that's all I want to say. So after this video load, I'm going to put all the links and stuff. You can come back. Of course, you guys know my Facebook. You can find me there. And that's it. I just thank everybody for watching. And listen, the girls are getting married. I don't know what else to tell you. You can contact my Law of Enchantress coaching page. All the reviews are there. I don't know these people. They're getting good advice. The women who are married are in my program. I also have a page called Traditional Ladies Luck. So when you graduate from dating, there's a domestic goddess so you can know it's all about tradition. It's all about marriage. It's getting back to the basics. It's not that hard. Stop letting people lie to you. It's not that complicated. Stop letting people lie to you. It's not that hard. If you get in a car and there's no direction, of course you're going to crash. You either got two options, crash or run out of gas. That's it. You got two options, crash or run out of gas. You are only successful in this life when you have an agenda. You know exactly what you're doing. You got the details. You got the blueprint. That's the only time in this paradise that we call life that you can be successful. All right, guys? So check the links in the description box after the video loads. If you can't find the video, because I don't know, I hope they don't take this off because YouTube been playing me. If you can't find the video, let me know. And you can come to Laws of Enchantress page and you can message me. Or Leah, if you could, put the link. I don't know how it works. Put the link up in the page so they can find it. And that's it. So thank you guys for listening. Remember, black ladies, you can have whatever you want. Stop listening negativity. No. Character first. Character first. I don't care what the race is. Character first. So thank you guys.